Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Thursday. Today we're talking about how Bitcoin is actually a better investment and a safer asset than many would tell you. There's been a lot of accumulation, in fact, too. About 15% of Bitcoin has not really moved in the last 12 to 18 months, and it confirms the fact that 2018, at least the latter half of that year, was an accumulation phase as far as whales were concerned with Bitcoin. John McAfee is in the news, no longer running for president, but he's now running for vice president. He has not dropped out, as have the Bloombergs, as have the Klobuchards and the Buttigiegs of the world. No, now John McAfee is actually running for VP. We'll look at his latest tweet on the subject. And courtesy of Cointelegraph.com, Elon Musk voices support for Dogecoin after his recent Bitcoin bashing. If you like this kind of content, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain, you like to stay current, make sure you smash the subscribe button below. Make sure as well you enter our contest. We give away a Crypto Tag Zeus starter kit every week to one lucky winner. More about that at the end of the video. Let's first take a look at the markets today on coinmarketcap.com. $261.6 billion total market cap. We're up quite nicely, several percentage points all around. As you can see, it's a sea of green today. Bitcoin up 4.3% on the day. Tezos, notably, up 12.87%. The price of Bitcoin right now, as I record, $9,133. So we've broken up that point of resistance, above 9K. Dominance right now, 63.7%. Bit of a different take now on Coindesk.com and a very interesting article. Stop treating Bitcoin as risky. It's a safer asset than most. This is an opinion piece by Jill Carlson, a Coindesk columnist and a co-founder of the Open Money Initiative, a nonprofit research organization working to guarantee the right to a free and open financial system. So she goes on to explain how people assume she's in Bitcoin because she has a high risk tolerance, but it's actually the opposite. She got into it because she has a low risk tolerance and doesn't like worst case scenarios. That sounds pretty much like everybody. So Bitcoin, she explains, is often touted as a risky bet. It is nascent. It has only been around for about a decade. It is poorly understood by mass markets. It's an experiment and it could still fail after all. Yes, all of these claims are true. In many ways, the risk profile of Bitcoin resembles that of an early stage startup. Bitcoin appears to be hovering between the trough of disillusionment and the slope of enlightenment. And this means that most people continue to view the cryptocurrency as kind of scary. It is a gamble. Typically, we'd be able to lump our assets into what are called safe havens and risk assets, the safer bets being gold, U.S. treasuries, cash. I guess Jill argues Bitcoin as well. Riskier assets include tech stocks, startup equity, and emerging markets. So this perception misses Bitcoin's most important properties, she writes. Bitcoin is in many ways the ultimate safe haven asset. It can be self-custodied, so even when systems of trust and rule of law breaks down, it can be held. It is open and borderless with relatively liquid markets in every country in the world. It's censorship resistant, meaning no government nor institution can, practically speaking, prevent investment or transaction in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has a fixed supply, of course, like gold. Bitcoin is digital, which makes it practical to hoard, hold, and transport. And for doomsday preppers, dystopian sci-fi fans, and apocalypse predictors, there is a lot to like about Bitcoin, as long as the internet doesn't go down. So do the markets have it wrong? Should Bitcoin be more correlated with gold than with Apple stock? Maybe, but as John Maynard Keynes put it, quote, "The markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent." That's very true. And the road to having Bitcoin understood and viewed as a safe haven is a long one, demanding deep investment in education. What matters is the narrative around the asset. And right now, the narrative around Bitcoin is that it is an early stage, high risk bet. As far as the markets are concerned, that perception is reality. This is a nice piece, and as you can see, we kind of skipped around in different parts of it, but I would encourage you to check it out. It's a fresh perspective, nothing too revolutionary, but it offers a pretty solid argument, I would say, that breaks the conditioning we've all heard many, many thousands of times over, that Bitcoin is speculative, risky nonsense as an investment. So check it out, and kudos to Jill for putting out that opinion. In other news, the whales who accumulated Bitcoin in 2018 are hodling. As I mentioned, more than 15% of the existing Bitcoin supply has not moved in 12 to 18 months, and this confirms the fact that the second half of 2018 was an accumulation season for the whales, as much of the Bitcoin acquired during that period has not been touched and has not moved at all. According to Unchained Capital's Hodl Waves, which determines the velocity of Bitcoins circulated by monitoring Bitcoin unspent transaction outputs, UXTOs, 41.6% 20% of Bitcoin supply moved over the past year. Coins that have remained idle for between 3 and 5 years comprise 14.4% of total Bitcoin supply. More than 21% of Bitcoin supply has not moved since prior to 2015. 21%. Bitcoins that have not moved in 2 years represent 42%, comprising its highest threshold since June of 2017. A report published by Glassnode on February 27th attested to the fundamental strength of Bitcoin, asserting that prices appear undervalued when considering on-chain activity. And Glassnode co-founder Jen Happel told Cointelegraph, quote, network activity and growth are recovering from last year. For instance, entity-adjusted transaction courts are trending upwards again. These are essentially the total numbers of transactions between different entities, but it does not include transactions that occur within addresses of the same entity. The number of addresses with non-zero balances is also reaching new all-time highs each week. In other seemingly random news, we have this update courtesy of John McAfee at Official McAfee, who I guess was running for president this entire time. I kind of stopped taking him seriously a long time ago, and I think he's been totally discredited ever since he reneged on his bet for a $1 million Bitcoin by the end of 2020. You guys all know what I'm talking about. But apparently, behind the scenes, he was still pushing for a presidency campaign on, I believe it was the Libertarian ticket. So now that is over. He joins the Klobuchars of the world, the Pete Buttigieg of the world, and I guess most recently, as record this, I just heard that Mike Bloomberg also dropped out of the presidential race. Well, add to that list the name John McAfee. He tweeted the following very recently: I regret that I am ending my campaign for president. I am instead attempting to run for the vice presidential slot. I have asked my manager, my campaign manager, Logia on Fire, to contact the campaign of Libertarian Vermin Supreme and offer to be his VP pick. I'm not sure they'd be interested, but what do I know? Full explanation in the video below if it's something you care to check out. We've kind of made a bit of a resolution not to spend too much time on John McAfee anymore these days, but if that's something you want to explore and, maybe he's got some interesting ideas, I think it's more of a marketing stunt than anything, so we'll leave it at that. But let us know your thoughts about that in the comments below. And finally, for today on Cointelegraph.com, Elon Musk is in the news. He has voiced new support for Dogecoin after his recent Bitcoin bashing. So Musk delivered skeptical remarks on Bitcoin just over a month ago. He's, of course, the SpaceX and Tesla CEO. Now he's apparently rooting for a major altcoin called Dogecoin. Ticker is DOGE. Already known as a big fan of Doge, Musk has made yet another endorsement for a cryptocurrency in a March 3rd tweet. While the initial tweet isn't exactly crypto related, but just a Shub meme with caption "Dogs Rock," the subsequent tweet, "They have the best coin," clearly shows that Musk was talking about Dogecoin. Now, you may call it a bit of a stretch. This is what we're referring to, the March 3rd tweet. I have no concept of numbers. Okay, cute little photo of a dog here. Musk responding that they have the best coin. I guess referring to Dogecoin seems like a bit of a stretch for me. However, contextually, it should be known that Musk is a fan of Dogecoin. He's discussed it in the past. He's actually become their unofficial, or maybe, I don't know, quasi-official CEO. That's something that we explored together. But either way, this is a famous tech entrepreneur. That's what's important. He's talking up the space, and he appears to have reversed his policy and his opinions about Bitcoin. That's kind of really more important than just the veneer of this story, which is at a surface level, the Dogecoin tweet. Elon Musk, after all, is apparently one of the most beloved and influential figures in the crypto industry, and he's been actively discussing not only Dogecoin, but crypto in general. Again, that's what's important. In March of 2019, last year, Musk complimented Bitcoin, claiming that its structure is quite brilliant, while the coin is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. However, the Tesla chief might have disappointed some Bitcoin believers with his most recent remarks. As reported by Cointelegraph, Musk claimed on the 20th of January that he is, quote, neither here nor there on Bitcoin, adding that Bitcoin is not his safe word. Particularly, the entrepreneur purportedly questioned the legal status of Bitcoin, opposing it to cryptocurrency in general by saying cryptocurrency is my safe word. So this is all kind of unfolding behind the scenes, and we're somewhat reading between the lines. But any good news out of Elon Musk, any good commentary, I think is something to be at least somewhat celebrated in this space. Kind of silly at the end of the day, but it's one more fighter in our camp, and it's a strong one. So that's the good thing. Let us know your thoughts about this in the comments below. But that about wraps it up for today, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels, and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, we have a giveaway coming up on Saturday. We're giving away another Crypto Tag Zeus starter kit. To be eligible for that prize, you got to make sure you're subscribed to Altcoin Buzz on YouTube. You got to like our videos, and you must comment on our videos to have a chance at winning. Best of luck if you choose to participate in that giveaway. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this Thursday. But have a great one, everybody. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.